Hi, Half Centenarians. Welcome to my home. Welcome to my world. Hi. You didn't know how much you were going to get from me, did you? So now I wanted to give you a little bit more information as to why we wanted to take the time to stop and kind of do a little bit of a plot twist. Well, we had the opportunity to attend the Black College Football Hall of Fame. And I just thought this is a monumental occasion. It's a monumental event because I'm an HBCU grad and some of you may or may not be, but if you are, you know at the heart of us, HBCU is so important. And so do Shaq Harris and Doug Williams because they took the time to start the Black College Football Hall of Fame because it's important to do that. So I wanted to take the time to not only applaud them for doing that, but to just step back for just a second and tell you a little bit about them because they, in and of themselves, are legacies, right? So you have Shaq Harris, who was, let me tell you, the first Black pro football player, African-American football player to start in an NFL game. Groundbreaking. First Black NFL football player to play in a Pro Bowl, to start in a Pro Bowl. And then on top of that, he was the first Black African-American football quarterback to be a Pro Bowl MVP. He paved the way for the quarterbacks that we see on Sundays now that are just out here playing, without any idea of having racial biases against them. They might, but he is the one that they stand on his shoulders. All of them. And I'm sure there are others before him, and he'll tell you that. But we know we had the wonderful opportunity to speak with him regarding why he started the Black College Football Hall of Fame, when and where. We're going to get a lot of good information from him. So I want you to sit back and check this out. Get you some popcorn, get you some water, get you some Coke. This is priceless. We're hearing it from the horse's mouth. Check this out. All right, we are here with one of the founders, one of the co-founders of this Black College Football Hall of Fame. I always want to leave that word out, but I definitely have to make sure that that's in there. Mr. Shaq Harris, who is a legend in and of itself himself, and he is leaving a legacy in several different ways, and this is another one of those ways. So talk to me about how this all became something you wanted to do, you and Doug Williams. How did this come about for you? What does it mean?
Well, we're traveling around with former players from HBCU schools. There have been so many great players and great coaches who've contributed so much to the game. And we were concerned about their story just fading away. So in order to preserve, that history of people who really cared, played, and are our teammates, we decided to start the Black College Football Hall of Fame.
When did you start the Black College Football Hall of Fame?
Throughout the year of recognizing players and all the players we recognize, they represent teammates because there's a lot of other teammates who could be in this Hall of Fame, and one day they will.
So when you do induct people, is there a certain number that you do every year? So how many do you have up to date?
We started off originally with a large number because we're so far behind in so many years. And now we got it down to, 6, and a contributor. Yeah.
Okay, 6 every year.
See, it was important because when you look at the Walter Payton, who's considered one of the best running backs, but most people don't know he went to Jackson State.
That's true.
When you look at David Deacon Jones, one of the best pass rushers. They didn't know he attended Mississippi Valley. When you look at Jerry Rice, one of the best to ever play the game, they didn't know that he went to Mississippi Valley. Yeah.
So now when you think about where you are in the college, in the years, 12th year, I want people to know, where are the inductees represented? Are they in the College Hall of Fame in some part of that, or where can they go if they wanted to walk around and see that?
We'll have a permanent home in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. And we're very proud of, David Baker, Joe Horgan, for representing us there in Canton, Ohio.
Okay, so it's and you know what's crazy too? I did not realize that the NFL Hall of Fame was in Canton until I went to work there, and I saw the bridge, and I know exactly where that location is. So it's not here in Atlanta. The actual, and here's another thing, the actual event is being held on Juneteenth, so that's special too. Yes, so the event is here.
That was designed, and we do have our banquet here in Atlanta. at the Hall of Fame here in Atlanta.
So if people do want to go see if they happen to be at the NFL Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, that's where you have your place that you can actually represent all of the wonderful HBCU college football recipients.
Right, and this year on Labor Day, there's a Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic featuring Grambling and Tennessee State.
Where's that? Where's that going to be?
In Canton, Ohio.
All right, what date is that, in case we want to go?
That's Labor Day weekend. It's Sunday, Labor Day weekend. So starting the Legacy Bowl, and that'll be in February after the Super Bowl 22. And it's an all-star game for HBCUs to give them more exposure. Last year, no player from HBCUs was drafted, so we feel that there are players that are capable of playing in the NFL. And that game will give them exposure, and we'll be starting that game. The first inaugural game will be February 2022.
Where's that going to be held?
It'll be held in New Orleans at Tulane.
Awesome. So you guys, you have a lot to look out for. So you have a legacy game that's coming up in New Orleans. So NOLA, look out for the legacy game for the HBCU players. You also have Canton, Ohio. If you're around Canton or Ohio, you need to go check them out at the NFL Hall of Fame. I am so proud to be here. Thank you so much, Mr. Harris.
I'm so proud to have this interview since I was at Grambling with your father. One of the blessed to ever play at Grambling, Howard Davis.
The Howard Davis. That's right. That's my dad. Thank you so much, Mr. Harris. Oh my God, wasn't that awesome? It's nothing like getting the information from the horse's mouth. So with that, as Shaq as the co-founder, let's now think about who would be his partner in crime. Who helped him out? Who is the other co-founder of this? Well, in our time, in our era, I believe that this is someone you would know, unless you've been living under a rock. It would be none other than Doug Williams. Doug Williams, in my life, has been the black quarterback that you can kind of put as a quarterback of excellence. That's African American. He was the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl. He also was the MVP of that Super Bowl, which is Super Bowl 22. And so, quote me if I'm wrong. Like, you check me if I'm wrong. You let me know. But Super Bowl 22, he did marvelous things there, and then he went on to do great things in the NFL. So he paved the way for quarterbacks on the road to becoming an executive in the NFL. He stopped to say, you know what, I want to go back. I want to pay it forward. Here's the thing. We're going to now listen to Doug tell us his reason and rationale for helping start the Black College Football Hall of Fame. So I want you to go back, get your popcorn, get your water, get your Coke. Check this out. You're not going to believe it. You're just not gonna believe it. All right, we are here with the other half of the co-founders of the Black College Football Hall of Fame. Goes without saying, the infamous Doug Williams. He's already left a legacy everywhere, so now he's trying to help others do the same thing, which is definitely honorable. So I appreciate you taking the time to allow us to kind of follow you around and see what you do, how you do what you do. And so I want to ask you to give us a little bit of insight about the starting of the Black College Hall of Fame, Football Hall of Fame.
Well, this is about 12 years old. Mm-hmm. And James Harris and I, we talked for years about how many great players that had went to black colleges and things like that. So we were just hoping, we was just thinking and hoping that somebody would start a Hall of Fame. And to one day we just sat down and said, hey, nobody's gonna do it, we gotta do it. And we set out to do it, and thank God we had Arthur Blank and we had John P.R. They fronted us the money to get it started, and we decided to have this in Atlanta. We moved from a couple of hotels here and there, and the hotels got small, the room got smaller. So we decided to do it at the Hall of Fame. So that's where we are now, the College Hall of Fame, and it's grown. So, the good part about it now is it's kind of self-efficient, with the people coming in and some of the guys who've been inducted coming back, which makes it that much better.
Absolutely. And so I love what you said. We tried to get other people to do it, and we couldn't get them, so we did it ourselves. And so from that moment on, when you started it 12 years ago, how many people do you think have you had inducted into the Black College Football Hall of Fame?
Wow, we were talking about 12 years. We average about 7 guys a year. Mm-hmm. So, you're looking at probably about 84, 92, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Along that line.
We've done, for years we've done more than 7, but now we brought it back to that because we felt like, you can't put so many in, and that's what we do. And we make it where, if you don't get in this year, you yearning at the bit to get in next year, and I think that's what makes it interesting.
That's so wonderful, though. But I do like that I was meeting a lot of the former inductees, and they're here to support and celebrate as well. So you have a lot of people that have already been inducted. But the reason we're here is because this is such an honorable event, and we think that it's so worthy to have people know about it. So, and it's also, like I said before, it's on Juneteenth. That's a national holiday now, so we need to remember this is one as well. So is it always in Atlanta?
It always has been in Atlanta. We picked Atlanta 12 years ago, and we've been here ever since. It's luckily it fell on Juneteenth weekend this year.
Oh, this year, okay.
But we usually have it in February during Black History Month. So we always have it during that time. But because of the pandemic and everything, we moved it. And, it seems like it's going to work out pretty good, but I don't know whether we're going to go back to February or not. So we'll talk about that when this is over.
And with that, I just wanted to ask, because if it's during Black History Month or whenever it is, if people want to follow and see what's going on, is there a website that they can check out, check dates and events and things like that?
Yeah, we got a real nice website. It's Black College Football HOF.org. So if you go to Black College Football HOF.org. And the website will pop up. We got everything you need to know about the website.
Awesome. So you guys check them out, because this is definitely an event that you want to start showing up for, and then recognizing our HBCU football players, because as Shaq Harris mentioned earlier, a lot of them are overlooked, and they are just as qualified now to play for the NFL. That's why you guys are having that Legacy Bowl, which is another great event that we heard about. And I just wanted to tell you thank you, and I definitely take my hat off and tip my hat to you to say thank you for recognizing those young men that may have been overlooked. So thank you so much for that.
Well, when we do this, it's not about getting a thank you. It's about something that should have been done a long time ago. And I'm just glad, and I know Shaq feels the same way, that we hope that we're doing something to help him.
Can't say that it would be anything other than a help. And I think everyone around here would say the same thing. So even though you don't want to thank you, let's just say it's a commendable thing to do. You waited for someone else to do it for a while, and you said, you know what? It probably won't happen. So you did it, and you took the, boot by the straps, and you did it yourselves. And this has turned into a wonderful event. After 12 years, it's self-sufficient. And I just hope that we can help bring some more notoriety to it. So thank you so much for spending this time. I'll see you tomorrow at the actual event. This is wonderful. You guys, you need to check it out. Great weekend, great people, great just camaraderie. It's nice to see us celebrating one another. So thank you for this time.
Okay, my pleasure.
Wasn't that just amazing? Like, to hear someone that actually said, you know what? I'm sitting here waiting for somebody else to do it. No, so I'm going to do it myself. Man, that's a nugget of wisdom, right? That's a gem. They dropped a gem right there for us. Because when you start seeing that there's some things that need to be recognized, you start doing it on your own, and that's a powerful thing. And then you start getting the support of people to kind of say, you know what, this is significant. And so with that whole supporting thing in mind, we had the opportunity as well to speak with a former inductee and a current inductee. So the 2021 class, we got a chance to talk to Dr. Willard Bailey, and then we got a chance to talk to a former inductee. I believe he was inducted in 2017, and he's still coming back to support, right? Cornell Dickinson. So shout out to them. Shout out to the entire class of 2021, the inductees for the Black College Football Hall of Fame. But listen to the wisdom and the camaraderie and just the support that they're giving one another. If only we could take that same support and spread it around. Just sprinkle it around. Sit back, check this out. I'm telling you, nothing but gems. Nothing but gems. All right, we are here with one of the elite members of the Black College Football Hall of Fame, Mr. Cornell Dickinson. Is that correct, right?
That's correct.
All right.
That's correct.
So excited to have the opportunity to be here. We have just kind of walked around and met so many great people, and you're one of those. And I just wanted to talk to you about when you were inducted, because you are a former inductee. You're just here to...
In 2017.
2017. Yeah. Where did you play?
I'm a Mississippi Valley State University graduate.
All right. And
yes.
What was your position?
My position was quarterback.
All right. Yes. We got to love that. But you know Southern probably beat you all. Did we play you all very much?
Well, being that you said that, my first win as a SWAC quarterback as a freshman was against Southern University in 1972 at Crump Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah, so going on to the next question. So talk to me about this event and what it means to you and what it means to college football.
Well, this is a great event. Mm-hmm. It's exceptionally great because it's doing a lot for African Americans, mm-hmm. HBCU players that have probably been looked over in the big scheme of things as far as the NFL. But this event is an event that appreciate those guys, like the guys that went into the Hall of Fame today, like Ronell Young, Greg Coleman. So we do it to make sure that all of our great athletes are all kept in mind and their legacy can continue.
And their legacy, that's a good word.
The Black College Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, awesome. And you guys definitely come back. I saw a lot of former inductees that are here. You guys really do support and rally around one another, yes. So that is definitely commendable.
Yes. Well, you know, attending an HBCU is just like being in a family. I mean,
that's right.
We're all from different schools, but we all love and care about each other.
Absolutely.
When we're playing against each other, it's different. But when we come to this event, we're together. It's just like we're in one big family.
Yeah, but competition is just one thing that drives you all. It's just when you get on the field, it's one thing. When I get off the field, we're family.
Exactly.
I love it.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
That's the good thing about it. Yes.
Well, you know what the thing though is, what I love about all of this is the camaraderie that you guys have, no matter what, and you're not overlooking people, or you're not allowing people to be overlooked. Let me just say that.
Correct.
So I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to tell us a little bit about your legacy and what you've done and your induction. So congratulations to you for that.
Thank you for having me. And you keep doing great things too.
I'm trying.
We need this as well.
And I certainly agree. I think there's a place for it.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate your time. It was a wonderful pleasure meeting you again.
Okay.
Again.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Thank you. All right.
Hi, Half Centenarians. Guess what? We are here with Coach Bailey. He is one of the inductees for the 2021 class of inductees to the Black College Football Hall of Fame. Let me not forget that. I want to just say thank you so much and congratulations. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. I want to ask you, how did you get here? What is your legacy as it relates to an HBCU?
Well, God touched me when I was a very, very young man. And after I had matured a little bit and stopped acting so crazy, I promised my Lord, if I'm ever exalted by people on this earth, that I would be sure that we exalt him more by far than I'm being exalted. But it's the thing that got me here after God Almighty were the people that touched my life.
What university was this? Where were you at?
The university I went to was to work as a very young 24-year-old person was Virginia Union University. And on that campus, they contributed much more to my life than I contributed to the life of the campus and students and athletes. Much more. Yeah. Yes.
Norfolk, and then on to Norfolk State?
And from the Virginia Union to Norfolk State, and then from Norfolk State to back to Virginia Union, and then from Virginia Union to St. Paul's College, and then to Virginia University of Lynchburg. All four of those colleges I worked.
So now you're here with the class of 2021 for the Black College Football Hall of Fame, but you wanted to share something. Now we are following you here, and we congratulate you on being inducted, but now you have a new role that you wanted to share with us as well.
And that is, I've taken on a job, a group of board of trustees of Central International College. Thought since I had taught and worked on black college campuses for 50 years or more, then I would be an ideal person to be its president, because I've never divorced myself from education. We still believe as I believe as a young professor, we still believe that education is the key to the realization of the good life.
So where is the university?
In Chester, Virginia. Chester, Virginia, we are finishing up all documentation to be sure accreditation remains in place for us. And of course, we're trying to educate kids to get a religious studies degree. And that goes right along with general studies. But once they get our degree, they are well set to major in anything they want to major in. So we are doing that, and where kids can come in, live on campus, eat, sleep on campus, go to class, all for $9,000 a year.
Wow. So give us the name of that university again.
Central International College.
And you are the new president of that. So listen, we are now going to tell you, not only is Coach Bailey being inducted into the 2021 College Black Football Hall of Fame, but he is also now president of Central International College in Virginia, right? Chester, Virginia. So check him out, you guys. And thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. Yes, this is a wonderful opportunity to speak with you. Oh, I will. I will be back tomorrow night. Yes, you are welcome, and thank you. So Half Centenarians, you've gotten a chance to visit me in my house. We had a chance to show you something different. But you got to admit, that was the coolest thing ever. To be in the midst of those people. I hope you saw some cool people in the background, because there were like some crazy historical figures in the room. So everything that we do, we try to make sure that it is impactful, that it's, you can get a little bit of information from it. You can have a little chuckle here and there. But all in all, everything that we try to do is to show, man, whatever you want to do, you could do it. And that's what they did. And they support one another. So don't forget, episode every Thursday. So check us out. Like, comment, share, follow me on Instagram, Half Centenarian. Follow me on Facebook, Half Centenarian. I love you guys' comments. It is so nice to hear people that are doing just marvelous things. So now, this is my house. You don't have to go home, but you got to get out of here. Let me show you the door. Have a good one.